Okay, Vince, I want to talk about the hospital stay. I checked on one, no, on two. Um, so February 2nd, with my fourth DUI, went and checked myself into McKayDee Hospital, to the Access Center. It was about 5 o'clock, and I went in there and was in crisis, obviously, with everything I believe and I'm doing and experiencing. And anyways, so and because of the alcohol, and I don't want to drink, and I don't want to drink and drive. I don't want to be drinking either. It's not okay. And I don't want to be this person. Um, so I really want to get some help. I want to get into an IOP program. I'll go to AA, whatever I need to do, but I need some help. So I'm going to go check myself in, and if I need to stay and and get sober, um, uh, um, and prove, like, I'm willing to do the work. I'm not crazy. I'm willing to prove that I'll do the work. I'll go to the programs. I've already looked into. I don't have FMLA. Otherwise, I'd go into a detox, like a 30-day program. I'll do that if I have to. I will. I don't want to lose my job, and I don't have it to take, so I would lose my job. And they're rearranging me so I can still stay with them after all of this, because I've missed appointments. And um, anyways, so I checked myself in. Um, I I talked to a case manager. I talked to a psychiatrist. Um, I chose to stay. Um, I wanted to stay, but I wanted to. I was actually going to go. I was like, okay, I'll just come back. It was the weekend, so they didn't have any psychiatrists for me to talk to. Like on Saturday, I could always come back, but if I got checked in, then I could stay the whole. Then I could see one every day, and so I was going to go and come back on Monday because that's when I could see one again. But I decided to admit myself. So I'd actually checked out, and then I checked myself back in. So after I gotten checked in, I there weren't any hospital. I found out there weren't any beds for me upstairs on the wing, and so they'd call around to see who I could go to. And so I slept there for a little bit till about midnight, probably 12:30, and I got taken by ambulance to the LDS Hospital downtown, where they admitted me, and I stayed in um, the first floor of, like, in the psychiatric unit, um, where it was like bare bones, bare bones with a camera in the corner and everything. So then I got moved up the next day to a floor where there was more people. There was group areas. There's TVs, and so I saw a counselor, I believe, that day. Yeah, he came into my bedroom, into the room, and we talked. And I talked to him about the Agent J thing, and how I feel like I've been messed with, and the DUIs, and being afraid. And I wasn't in a terror mode. I actually felt safe being there, and so it wasn't scary, um, but it was nice. It was nice. So so I'm at the LDS Hospital, and I was taking the classes. There was different classes, that groups, and so I went to a number of those. I got out by Monday. I got out on Monday around 1 o'clock. Everything went very, very smoothly to get me out by then, because I told them beforehand I need to be out by Monday. And so, I saw a psychiatrist every day, and a case manager, and made the goals, and did the work and that I need to do there. And then I got home. So I don't know if you have any questions about that, but it is important to both sides. It's important that it shows that I'm obviously going through something. um, and I obviously believe what I do, and it doesn't really make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense that I keep getting out, and then this last DUI doesn't make any sense. Like, I've been sitting there for like 10 minutes. They had either no neighbor called on me. Nobody called on me that I have been able to gather with talking to everybody. So they were following me. And I don't know, Officer Pagano, I don't know if he's part of it, because I do believe it's part of Universal Studios. I have to. It's the only thing that makes sense with everything. Vince, I need to be able to get into cameras, into video footage of stores certain times, and then you can see what my body's doing and how I'm really being um, like hypnotized. It's like hypnotizing, but my body was, I remember just shaking my head and going, oh my gosh. But I thought Jason was a part of, my ex-husband was a part of it at that time. My body would literally in Walmart, it literally just walked itself, and I kept turning. I just let it go. I knew what was happening. I knew, but then there were other times, like in Smith's, where I just bawled and I shook, going, this is too scary. And then, I mean, I've been scared of this for a long time. Like, I've been terrified. And now it's just so blatantly obvious for me to keep believing it. And I have a stake president and his secretary that's going to thinks the same thing. And it's not that I want their testimony. Kyle, the stake president, he's a big district sales manager or sales whatever for director for US Foods. Like, he travels and he gets the big corporate contracts. Like, he just got a hospital, and so he goes and he negotiates that, and it just gave him one, and they were higher. See, that's interesting to me. Okay, and so yeah, I'm going to talk about President Dearden and Brother De Leon, but they're important to talk to. President De Leon is a federal parole officer. The facts don't make sense of what they don't make sense with what the government, the cops are doing, but it makes sense to why I would still believe it. And he's willing to talk to anybody. Again, I don't need a testimony of him, of me. I don't need his testimony of me, of why he thinks I'm special. I can try and prove that on my own. It has nothing to do with the church. I mean, it kind of does, but it never has had anything to do with the church until now. And just maybe for him to be a witness, and he's a good witness. He just can't be on the stand, but he's willing to talk. So and help put it together. I just need specific things asked. So specific questions, so I can get specific answers from him to put it all together. So that's my main goal with you talking with them, is that, yeah, well, this doesn't make sense, and this is what she's been going through, to help her keep going with why she believes that. So that is really important. All right, I'm going to end this.